My name is Soul King Winter. I'd like to welcome you to a new game, a new story. We're starting chapter 1. I've just started this game, but I'm going to use this game as a segue for another series that I'm going to do at a later point in time. As you can see, I'm going through all the agreements, but I'd like to welcome you to Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2. The reason why I'm picking up this game is because I plan on doing a series of going through the TTRPG or tabletop role-playing game books for World of Darkness, which is what Vampire the Masquerade belongs to. There are multiple different series to the tabletop game, and I have quite a few books that I will decide whether to read on static videos or do live. But that series will basically, if I do it live, it will basically be a hangout sesh of reading through the books, chatting, and teaching how to make characters. But that's a future project. Right now, let's dive into the world of Vampire. Adjust until the darkest symbol is barely visible. And as you can see, this is my first time opening it because I have to go through everything. We'll do medium-sized subtitles. Check out the settings. So, I haven't played this game on any otherwhere else. I've had a buddy, I say buddy, but yes, he is my buddy, but he's also my brother. He owns the game, and I've kind of heard a little bit through him, but again, haven't really, seen anything. I haven't watched any other Let's Plays or other people play. So I'm walking into this pretty much blind. Video window brightness, just brightness is fine. Same time. We'll leave all that alone. Casual, for people who want to feel like a badass elder vampire without worrying about the challenge, combat achievements with speed, something like that. For players who want to focus on story, exploration over combat, balanced. A good challenge for players familiar with action games, tougher combat experience for players whose skills surpass of mere mortals. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna run normal just to enjoy the game and have some challenge.
A powerful kindred in torpor against my will. An elder of my kind.
None of you will survive. I am beyond any power in Seattle.
We'll run a male elder.
Queen City, they used to call it. The gateway to Alaska, the city of flowers. That one never took off. The Emerald City, in the 80s when they were trying to give it a spit shine. Layers upon layers of history, each trying to mask the ones below. But Queen City is not wrong when you dig under the polish. Blue bloods in castles, peasants in the gutter. Same old story with a pretty flag on top. This town's had a queen for a long, long time. When the weight of a crown gets too heavy, people start sharpening axes. But it takes one hell of a push to set them swinging. You need a firebrand, a revolutionary, a despot, a murderer, or maybe just someone with a real big axe to grind. If I were a betting man, I'd say the heads are just starting to roll, and I am a betting man.
Hey, are you okay? Frank! Frank, there's someone hurt down here! Get someone on that radio! Take it easy. I got you. Don't try to move. Are you hurt?
Hey, hello, Richie. What the hell happened? You okay? Richie! Shit. Hang on, I'm on my way.
What? Where? I cannot be found like this. I am not strong.
Discovered in a derelict apartment building, where the nomad awoke. A paper envelope containing a small wad of cash. There's a handwritten note enclosed, which reads, "No paycheck for your friend this week. You tell him. We see him snooping upstairs again, and he'll lose something real valuable." Kindred Society. Feeding vitae and blood. All vampires feed to survive through a blood-drawing bite known as the kiss. An act which both participants enjoy with euphoric physical pleasure. Some mortals, once fed upon, will spend the rest of their existence searching for this feeling again, regardless of the danger it presents. Most kindred feed from mortals. A few stoop to the less nourishing blood of animals, and fewer still indulge in a controversial act of drinking blood of their fellow vampires. After consuming a living creature's blood, that blood becomes vitae within the vampire. This blood animates their physical being, mends their wounds, and fuels their supernatural powers. Tutorials combat. Feeding regenerates health. To feed, press left trigger and right trigger when the feed prompt appears on a viable target. To feed, the feed prompt will appear over an enemy when they are either damaged enough to enter a stun state, or if they are unaware of the nomad's presence. As reading, for feeding on vampires, that act is known as diablerie. I think I pronounced that word correct, but it's a taboo act in the map, or for vampires.
Who the fuck? You're going down, asshole!
Do not. Fool. More evidence. I must be careful.
So we jump, double jump. Or standard attack upgrade. So, in the in World of Darkness, Vampire the Masquerade is pretty much the more popular version of the game.
That's not my voice. My mouth it's coming out of either. Well, I know the back of my hand like the back of my hand, and well, that is not my hand.
Who speaks?
So you can hear me. Huh. Well, good evening.
I say again, who are you?
Hand on heart, if I had either of those, I'm still aslumber. Give me a moment.
Seems we are both in the dark then. Tell me what you can and we will go from there.
That's generous of you. I know if I woke up with a voice in my head, well, I would probably take it better than most. But I appreciate I'm unusual in a few respects, and I thank you for your patience. My name's Fabian. I was a vampire, like yourself. A kindred. Malkavian by blood. And I was, and still am, a detective. Matter of fact, I just started a new case. Finding my missing body. Tell me, what's the last thing you remember?
Torpor. I slept, insensible, for years. I know not how many. Enough that I have no recent memories.
Torpor, huh? The sleep of the dead asleep. Interesting. I guess we don't have much to go off of. Except you've got a Malkavian and a mark. It's something. Let's try this. You hit me with some questions. Maybe it'll spark an idea.
Do you recognize this mark, child of Malkav?
I don't think I do. But if poets and philosophers are to be believed, there's one thing I can tell you. When we want something to belong to us, we mark it. I'd say someone has claimed you. From where I sit, I can understand why. There's power in these old bones. Centuries of strength in these veins. Someone covets you. Question is, who?
How did you get inside my head? Do you truly remember nothing?
My memory's a jigsaw right now, and I'm still working on the edges. I know I was on some sort of investigation, but how it got me here, I don't know. Breaking and entering skulls was never my forte.
You say someone covets me. Who dared give me this mark?
Seems to me that only someone deeply wounded could mark you like that. But as for who that is, no idea. I know they're careless to let you out without a leash.
As for our situation, how do we get you out of me?
If I were a betting man, which it happens I am, I'd wager this. Finding answers to one of our questions
or find us the answers for the others.
All questions, no answers. Very well. The hunt begins. Let us to it.
If I may, I'd recommend we get somewhere safe. I know a place. If you can get us out to the night air, I'll direct you. Supposing we're still in Seattle.
Seattle. This is America. Very well. I will find a way outside, then you may guide me.
Sounds good. You got a name, by the way?
Many. But for now, you can call me Fire.
All right. Pleased to meet you, Fire. Let's find our way out, shall we? Save the worry about marks and other mischief.
So, as we've already seen, a child of Markov, or a Markavian, is one of the clans of vampires.
Hey Jamie, you got the key?
There's,
Could be a security guy.
I think there's 12 of them. Trying to remember off the top of my head.
Hang on, I got his number. Frank Lux, not security.
I don't really play Vampire. I've only played Vampire the Masquerade a couple of times, so I'm a little iffy on the information, which is why I want to make the series later on to, one, refresh myself, but also to help other people learn. The mark. This strange mark is etched deeply into the skin of the nomad's hand when they awoke. It appears to be the focus of a network of lines across their whole body. It appears to be connected to Fabian in some way, having bled with searing pain when he first spoke. Characters. So we have the Nomad. The Nomad goes by many names, but in this time and place he chose to be known as Fire. Whoever or whatever brought the Nomad to this compromised state is unknown. Fabian might know a bit about the legends of their host, but not much. The only thing that is for certain is that the Nomad, whoever they are, will choose what information they wish to share about and with whom. Oh, sorry. Fabian, the Malkavian detective. A stranger's voice living in Fire's head. Fabian is a loquacious detective and a kindred of the Malkavian clan. He claims to have no memory or understanding why he is stuck inside Fire instead of his own body. Factions. Seattle Police. The Seattle PD are, for the most part, blissfully unaware of the existence of the kindred. Police officers will protect mortals and respond to public displays of violence or suspicious behavior. Attracting too much of their attention risk a masquerade breach. So, we're going to take a second. The Masquerade. Masquerade is a set of rules that the kindred have set in place. Kindred is another term for vampires, and to follow these rules helps keep themselves from being discovered by humans. Seattle. Seattle, a city in Washington State, Northwest America. Founded in 1851 and inhabited by the first kindred shortly after, Seattle's Camarilla is one of the types of governmental-style organizations that the vampires can follow, have been established for many decades.
Hurry it up. Cold as balls out here.
See through your eyes is... this is quite something.
This place used for anything now? Not that I know. How's your shoulder? Yeah, not good. Anyone in there? Hey, fella, you there? What was the call about?
Let me look here. That meth head attacking his buddy, it said.
Shit, we need to get this open then.
Dispatcher calling into Prio.
Okay, let's do this. Hey, assholes, open up! Come on, you know how cold it is? You want to take us on, at least do it in the warm.
Still no answer.
Get dispatch, see who's in the area.
I'll call Mike, he's got the ramp.
Yeah.
We gotta get up and out. They come and look at your clothing choice, we'll have a problem. So-called cops. No way out there.
I can handle these mortals.
They'd be missed, and that'd mean a full-scale hunt. We must not break the Masquerade. Elevator's as broke as a Monday night streetwalker.
Get that door open now!
Never mind, just go! My. That was what they called telekinesis, right?
Hold A1 next to a vertical surface in order to climb. Finding how to find climbable objects, ladders, drain pipes, AC units, or fire escapes throughout Seattle to reach greater heights will let the Nomad move through the city with ease while keeping the Masquerade intact. Climbable objects will pulse weight when using heightened senses. Telekinesis. Important objects that can be grabbed by telekinesis are highlighted purple when using heightened senses. Press RT to pick up an object telekinesis. Pressing RT again will drop the held object. Press RB to throw held objects. Stealth. Throwing small objects can distract a target and either allow the Nomad to sneak past the target or open them up to a stealthy assault. The Nomad has learned this ability during their lengthy existence. The Masquerade. Instant execution. Breaking the Masquerade in some circumstances, such as at a heavily monitored site of a recent breach or in a large public space, is enough to earn an execution from the court immediately. Heightened senses. The kindred senses are finely tuned and able to discern much more information than a normal mortal. Press down on the right stick to activate heightened senses in order to focus on aspects of the world that are unseen by typical mortal humans. This can help identify types of prey, useful elements of an environment, and other useful information that will help a kindred survive. Disciplines. Supernatural powers a vampire gains upon being embraced. Known quality? Under many names, the powers and abilities each vampire possesses vary, and with some being associated with certain clans. However, it is possible for a kindred to learn abilities from another clan, if they can earn the cooperation of one with such skills to pass on. The Embrace. Sire and child. The embrace is the gift, and cursed, of eternity and bloodlust given by a kindred to a mortal. A sire first drains the mortal before replacing their victim's blood with some of their own, passing on undeath and their clan's strengths and flaws. The embrace is death in rebirth, undeath replacing life. A child will always be weaker than their sire. One generation further from the first vampire, Cain. So, that's another thing. In World of Darkness, it does take... Okay. Game froze for a second.
They're inside. Be careful how you go. Might be that they found a different way up here.
Hello? Who's in here? Come on, don't make this night worse.
World of Darkness takes place in the real world, as you've kind of figured that we are playing in Seattle. But that also means, like, there are re-sculpted events all from throughout history with back story and everything like that on how some events are explained or influenced by supernatural beings or the kindred, vampires. Note on the bloody package. Discovered in the derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke. An open package smelling strongly acidic and rotten. There are small shards of broken glass present. At the bottom, sticky with congealed old blood. There is a note that reads, "Flirtatious donor. This type was hard to come by. Be careful with it." So for World of Darkness lore, Cain, his punishment for killing Abel was to gain the mark of Cain.
Dispatch?
Go ahead, 128.
Got a noise disturbance in a suspected 603 inside the abandoned apartment block.
Copy that. Do you require backup?
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All
No getting
quiet?
past. Think you can distract
Yeah,
them somehow?
all quiet.
You're a mite
Damn,
conspicuous.
Carl. Why do I always get
We
the
don't
spooky
want to
ones?
fight here.
Seattle PD, I'm coming over.
As I was saying, and he was turned into the first vampire. Playing control, just kind of exploring the building as I'm supposed to be getting out.
What was that? Fire stop. Tolly. Hello?
Oh,
128
cut.
to dispatch.
Go ahead, 128.
We got a noise
No getting
disturbance in a
past.
suspected
Think you can
603
distract them
inside
somehow?
the abandoned
You're a
apartment
mite
block.
conspicuous.
Copy that.
We
Do you
don't
require
want to fight
backup?
here.
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All quiet?
Yeah, all quiet, but damn, Carl. Why do I always get the spooky ones?
Seattle PD, I'm coming over.
Nothing.
Don't fire.
We're going
This is
down!
a breach.
128 to dispatch.
Go ahead, 128.
We got a noise
Not getting
disturbance
past.
in a suspected
Think you can distract
603
them somehow?
inside the abandoned
You're
apartment
might
block.
conspicuous.
Copy that.
They
Do you
don't want
require
to fight
backup?
here.
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All quiet?
Yeah, all quiet, but damn, Carl, why do I always get the spooky ones?
Don't fire. This is a breach.
128 to dispatch.
Stop hitting the wrong buttons.
Go ahead,
Not
128.
getting past. Think you
Got a
can
noise
distract them somehow?
disturbance in a suspected
Might
603 inside
conspicuous.
the abandoned
They
apartment
don't
block.
want to fight here.
Copy that. Do you require backup?
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All quiet?
Hello? Someone there? All clear. No paperwork needed. Seattle PD, I'm coming over.
Something. Oh, it did. Old City Escape photographs. Discovered in a derelict apartment building where the Nomad awoke. Sepia-tinged and musty photographs depicting a city, the dress of the people, and model of vehicles suggest it to be the early years of the 20th century. Cool.
Hello, Seattle. This is your 2 a.m. weather and traffic update. We're still under a severe storm warning, and it's cold, cold, cold out there. Colder than your favorite team's chances of making it to the playoffs.
Dispatch, stay in contact.
Jehoshaphat H. Christ, you are something else.
Crispy. Just trying to hit the notes as I go through them.
Got a badge.
Aren't I trying to go up? Why is it that's going down?
Something ain't right.
Yes, I do kind of.
Where are they?
You get the report?
Yeah, looking for a security guy.
Watch your step. This floor's no good.
Ho, ho, ho.
peace on Earth. Maybe once my shift is done.
You hear something?
The place is creeping me the hell out. Creaking, settling.
There's someone in here, man. Jamie said they heard a bang, like something collapsing.
It could be snow.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Older than your country by 150 years.
Heard something.
Oh. Huh. Right.
Now be quiet.
Note on the dusty package. Discovered in the derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke. An open package, dusty, with a small coffee stain on the corner. The box looks like it once held a cylindrical object, but now empty save for the very small trace of thick red liquid. It smells of mortal blood, mixed with something that the nomad cannot quite identify. There's a note that reads, "From an angry, unwilling donor. Keep low, asshole sheriff. Been sniffing around." Just can't go.
Smile for the camera, sweetheart. This one goes out to all the fans of slaughtered pigs.
It's a ghoul, in case you didn't notice. Gonna bring the PD down on her necks.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Smile for the camera, sweetheart. This one goes out to all the fans of slaughtered pigs.
It's a ghoul, in case you didn't notice. Gonna bring the PD down on her necks. Busy night. Cops, ghouls, detectives, mysterious flying strangers. All we need now is a full-on musical number.
Ghouls are ghouls with supernatural traits, gained by drinking a vampire's blood. Ghouls benefit from superhuman strength and do not age, but they're essentially minions of their Domitor, the vampire who feeds them. They are addicted to vampire blood and dependent on it to keep their powers, assuring loyalty to their Domitor no matter how badly they are treated.
Some vampire lets immortals sip a little blood and they think the rules don't apply to them anymore. Goddamn junkies.
Do not feed the ghouls.
More ghouls. This could set off a full Masquerade breach.
The hell?
Alright, combat's pretty interesting. Melee weapon. From a track by Joanna Saringer discussing the application of a preternatural strength of the kindred in the use of medieval martial weaponry. The advantages, disadvantage, and the number of techniques applied by those whose blood bestows unusual gifts. Melee weapons in the environment can be picked up by X to wield directly. Drop the weapon, hold X to return to fighting with your fist. Melee weapons can be pulled from a distance with telekinesis, and then transferred to your hand, X to wield them directly. When not targeting, a held weapon can be transferred to telekinesis in order to be thrown. Heavy attack. Kicks. Dash LB and RB. Secret. Okay, wasn't really a secret, but
Fetch this.
Mending elixir. Mending elixir instantly restores health. Nice. Thought I heard a cool. Book with an inscription. Discovered in a derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke from torpor. A strange old book named Mystery of Aethanar Corpus. It is well read and has many dog-eared pages. The inscription inside reads, "My friends, I trust this will aid you in your study. You have only just begun to unlock the potential of your abilities. Your mind can be pushed up much further, even if your body has reached its limit. I know you wouldn't want to let anyone down. JJ."
Someone else is in here. I can smell it.
Then we kill them too. Jesus Christ!
Someone fucked up.
You and me, let's go!
This is a mess. Cops will be through here, starting to fill out paperwork. Let's make ourselves scarce. I'll just put it down to Seattle being Seattle.
Mending elixir. Instantly restores health. No healing items.
Almost there.
fresh night air. I can smell it. Or you can. Smells like freedom, with a hint of salt coming in from the Pacific.
Note on an empty package. Discovered in a derelict building where the nomad awoke. An empty package smells fetid and earthy like a mold. There's no other trace of what it might have contained. There is a note that ran, "Get this to D before sunrise. He has your money. P."
Welcome to Seattle. Come on, the haven's not far.
What year is this?
The year 2024. When did you...
I have been asleep for 100 years.
Now there's a thing. Well then, welcome to the 21st century.
So that's basically the tutorial. Interesting.
Hey there.
You are still here.
Till we've worked our caseload, seems we're stuck together. Welcome back from the land of Nod. You and I can't ever really leave it, can we?
I wake to a kind word. It has been a long time. Before torpor, I was hunted. This is a pleasant surprise.
Don't mention it. Let's take a minute while you're still gathering strength. Get to know each other. Maybe check our compass before we set sail. While we slumbered, I puzzled. And I realized I know you. Or I know who you are. You're the one they call the Nomad.
I am surprised anyone remembers.
That name's been buzzing around my brain, and I only just trapped it. Another mystery. Where I got the idea. I didn't expect you in Seattle, not at all. And don't rightly know how I made the leap. Once folks hear the Nomad's in town, and they will, they're going to assume a lot. There are stories. Some have you as a destroyer, others an omen of doom. But, what would you say?
I have journeyed across centuries and continents. I am a traveler.
The stories sure do have you on the move.
Stagnation is corruption.
Amen. And if you don't mind me asking, was there anywhere, any when, that just clicked with you?
I used to roam the Calle of Venice, La Serenissima, late at night. We all wore masks then. Everything was an intrigue, a romance. We played such beautiful, deadly games.
Sounds a little too sophisticated for me. And a little too stabby. I favor a simple city of thugs and coffee.
It was amusing. Until it wasn't. But there we are.
You'll forgive me for asking, but there's more to the story. Something else, someone else happened, right?
I have said all I desire to say about myself. Tell me of you now.
All right, ask away. I warn you, I've had 100 years in this city, but my memories are Swiss cheese.
Tell me about your haven.
Oh, this place is not mine. Owned by a fella by the name of Dale, but it's empty now, I know. Oh, I don't know how I know it. I can't say he was a friend, but I've always found charm in clutter. Provokes a soul to build castles out of thoughts. and a castle is a solid place to stand.
Who was your sire?
The one who chowed down on me 100 years back? Gideon, his name was. He was a peach. I liked him. Where is he now? I don't know. My best guess is he's gone to ground or dust.
I have been in Torpor for decades. What can you tell me about Kindred in modern times?
I can only speak to what I know, and I only know Seattle.
Tell me about the Masquerade. How does it work in this time?
Same as it was 100 years ago, and 100 years before that. We gotta blend in with John Q. Public, and John Q. isn't meant to know that vampires are real. Let me be clear, Seattle's court is serious about the Masquerade. You attract mortal attention, they'll put you down like a horse with a broken leg.
As it should be. How may our kind be slain? Are there new threats?
That you've got to worry about? Well, don't book any sunshine getaways. Don't light up a cigarette wearing a gasoline overcoat. Don't lose your head. Figuratively is bad, literally is the end times. But I'm sure you know all this. Stake through the heart is still a ticket to being paralyzed. No fun at all, but at least you get to watch what happens next. Oh, guns. Guns are now a sight worse than you ever knew. Bigger, louder, smarter, but also, in a way, much stupider.
I see. Will guns be a common threat?
In America? Yeah.
What do mortals know of us? Have they learned anything over the last 100 years?
No, the babes are still asleep for the most part.
Good. Do they still think we cower before garlic, crucifixes, and holy water?
Oh, they think a lot more than that now. Young adult literature has revolutionized our image.
It can be no worse than Stoker.
That depends on your perspective. Some of the old guard really don't like the idea of the glitterati. But times change.
I'm pretty sure that's a fucking jab at Twilight. That's awesome.
Is there anything else I should know? Any other new dangers in the current time?
Ooh, yes. Mortals all have cameras now. In the telephones they carry, and they're always filming everything around them. Streaming, they call it. Sending it to the cloud. Online, for everyone to see forever.
Lines? A camera inside a... what? The cloud? Is any of this important?
I've got theories about these clouds, but just know, if mortals are around, blend in or we all die.
Tell me of the Kindred Society here. How have we organized in Seattle?
Oh, same as you'd have known anywhere else way back when. The Camarilla are the hotshots. Seattle's still got a court, and it's still led by a prince. They make sure we maintain the Masquerade.
Same as it was then.
Yeah, but everything changes the more it stays the same.
I would know more about you. When we first spoke, you had little recent memory. Do you remember anything more?
One thing. Alcohol. On the air, on the floor, in glasses and bottles. After that, I'll walk in the dark.
The world outside is intriguing. It will be fascinating to learn its workings.
It's not too bad, all told.
What is this about alcohol? Your memory seems drenched in it.
Well, I'd say I was in a bar. If you feel properly woken, maybe we could try to find it.
I am awake, but there is something wrong. My blood is sluggish. I should be strong by now, even after torpor, and I am not.
Reckon that mark has brought you down a peg?
Speculation accomplishes nothing.
True, but let's just take another second. You know my blood is Malkavian. You know they call us lunatics, madmen, or prophets. But where do you draw a bloodline?
I can pin? Oh, nice. Alright, so we're gonna read through this. Alright, Bruja. The Bruja's power lies in their strength and swiftness. They use these skills to turn the tide of battle, acting fast, hitting hard, and goading their foes into making a fatal move. A Bruja is an unstoppable force to the fight. Their unparalleled prowess ensuring they remain on top. Combat mastery rating normal. Tremere. Members of Clan Tremere wield arcane powers and can bend blood to their will, weaponizing it against their foes. Their sorcery affects not only their blood, but also that of their enemies, and they are able to inflict great pain and destruction on those who oppose them. Combat mastery rating normal. Whoa, okay, that's not one that I recognize. The Banu Hakim are silent judges, lawbringers, and executioners, swift and deadly. They can silence and dispatch their foes through both violence and sorcery. Banu Hakim can take down an enemy with a chilling precision in the blink of a mortal eye, the fort disappearing without a trace. Combat mastery rating hard. Venture. The Venture are masters of control, subduing and puppeteering others through a sheer force of personality and will. They can freeze enemy in their tracks, turn them against each other, or make them forget they were even there. The Venture resilience also allows them to withstand attacks and survive inevitable reprisals. Combat mastery rating easy. La Sombra. La Sombra use their power to stroke the fires of fear, and enemies and allies alike. Masters of Shadow. They bend the darkness to their will, capable of nightmarish feats. They weaponize their control of shadows to isolate, ensnare, and instill dread in any target. Combat mastery rating hard. Toreador. The Toreador's enthralling presence allows them to make the first move, often before their enemy has a chance to react. They can entice their victims and enemies, luring them in and blinding them to the danger in front of them until it's too late. Combat mastery rating normal. So, out of all of these, you can find there are more clans than this, but out of all of these ones, the Banu Hakim are the only one I don't know. Wait, I can preview. That's their abilities. But, I'm gonna go with La Sombra. Warning, clan not recommended for new players. Confirm selected clan. Oh. So, Banu Hakim and La Sombra are both hard class. Alright, so I don't want to do easy. We'll do the Toreador, and when I play again the second time, I'll do the Sombra.
Toreador?
Toreador.
That does surprise me. You are different from our homegrown artistes. Patience is a closed book, and Isabella, she's a powerful experience.
Check on it. Change my appearance. Alright.
Natty. And no one in this city will blink twice at you. While you were getting dolled up, I rooted out a memory. Realized why I brought us to Dale's place. I was here, I think. Not long before whatever happened. If we're gonna solve our cases, we could track back my footsteps. See if we can find that bar.
Find Fabian's bar.
A gramophone, sort of, but much more acceptable sound quality up until the early 90s. I have no idea what Dale was studying, if that's what he was doing.
Pretty cool. It's written to mimic the style of Johannes Ringer, but in loose, more erratic script. It mentions the application of skills obtained from the use of blood alchemic elixirs. It also smells of barbecue sauce. Oh shit. Clans and Bloodlines. Clans and Bloodlines. There are 13 known clans, each distinct in its own powers and inherent flaws. These clans are the lineages of their progenitors, the antediluvians. But as generations pass and the blood grows thinner, they find themselves more fragmented. Each clan carries a unique piece of Cain's legacy. The Bruja are violent rebels and warriors, ever challenging the status quo. The Ventur, a so-called clan of kings, wield power and control with an iron fist. The Toreador are the artists and visionaries, seducing the world with their creations. The Tremere, formerly a house of mortal mages, now twist their blood into potent sorcery. The La Sombra manipulate from the shadows, furthering their plots from the cover of unnatural darkness. The Banu Hukum are swift and silent and bring death. Despite their individual strengths, their shared curse keeps them ever watchful. The fight for dominance among them is old as the antediluvians, the ancient sires of their clans. This struggle for power will persist, growing ever more intense as their blood thins and the night grows darker. The kindred walk a fine line between predator and monster. Forever in the shadows, the legacy of Cain binds them. It also drives them to strive for more power, more control, and more sustenance. In this eternal dance, they must always be cautious, for the shadows are both their refuge and their peril. Clan Tremere, once a house of mortal mages seeking immortality. Clan Tremere gained its name from the 8th century mage who was in part successful in that quest. Thousands of mortals and kindred were sacrificed in his efforts to discover the elixir of life. Obsessed with knowledge and power, he discovered the curse of vampirism, ushering himself and his followers into eternal unlife, the eternal hunger. While powerful, Tremere are rarely trusted. They often be found within Carmilla domains, using their craft to bolster the strengths of the court. But despite this, they are seldom seen in control of territories, holding fewer princehoods than even Clan Nosferatu. Just as their skills make them valuable, few want to see them at the reins of power. Members of Clan Tremere can bend their own blood to their will, weaponizing vitae against their foes, vitae Their sorcery affects not only their own blood, but that of their enemies. They can inflict great pain and destruction. So, there is so much contact and info that I'm not reading all that right now, and I know I just marked out a lot of what was new information, but if I have to, I will reference everything else later. Because we're gonna... So, with that being it, we're actually going to call it for the first chapter of our newest story to dive into. I appreciate everybody for watching this far. I appreciate everybody who sits down to watch in the future and enjoy the new dive into World of Darkness and Vampire the Masquerade with me. We're starting with Bloodlines 2, just because it's a newer game. Eventually, I might even dive into some of the older games that have come out. I don't want to just... Sorry. I don't want to just drive my feed into World of Darkness stuff, because this is more about video games. But I will, again, be making a side project on the channel, or a side series, that I'm thinking of calling the Twilight Hours, and it's just going to be videos for the tabletop RPG game of World of Darkness, and me slowly going through books and how to set up characters, and just reading out the lore as we do it. But, again, that's a future project. If you've enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate if you hit the like button, or thought about subscribing to get notifications for any future videos that I add to playing Bloodlines 2 here. I have Bioshock Infinite up and running, sorry. I'm doing live videos for the game Alice in Wonderland right now, Kingdom Hearts 1, and live stream. This week I'm going to start doing lives of Elden Ring. I have a couple of, 3 videos already posted of Elden Ring, but I'm just going to switch it to live. And switching in and out week by week for lives of Elden Ring and Lies of P. Lies of P is my other live stream going on. For my static videos, which are now including this, is Call of Cthulhu. And again, Bioshock Infinite, which is my other static stories that I'm diving through. But I appreciate everybody joining us for this first chapter in our story. I hope you join us again at a later date for the next chapter. I wish everybody a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. For whenever you watch this. And I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.